I'm Philip Rivers,
And I'm Tom Coughlin.
and welcome to today's edition of Foster World News.
In today's news, we will be diving into the Armenian massacres and what caused the horrific events. We will now flip it to John Jones, who was standing by a distressed and unhappy Armenian villager.
Thanks, Tom. I'm now here live with Vic Darchinian. Vic, there have been reports of horrible massacres throughout Armenia. Can you describe what's going on?
They have been coming to our villages and killing everyone they can find.
Wow. Do you know why?
Yes, since the outbreak of the Great War, there has been constant threat of the Russians invading. The Ottomans suspected we might side with them, so to prevent that, they started killing us off.
Now, reports from the Ottoman Empire say that Armenians are just simply leaving the area. Is this true?
It's not true. The Armenians who are not killed are being forced to leave the area and go into the desert. They are forced to leave on foot and are continuously attacked, so thousands are dying.
Wow. Any other comments?
Don't believe what the Ottoman Empire says. Armenians are being massacred. At this rate, I believe 1 million people will die.
Wow. I wish the best of luck to you, and thank you, Vic. Now back to Tom and Phil in the studio.
Thank you, John. Phil, that story reminds me of a similar news story that we reported on yesterday about the harsh treatment of Africans due to imperialism.
That's right, Tom. You reported yesterday how indigenous people in Africa are being treated harshly by Europeans who have taken over their countries. They are forced to work long hours in unsanitary conditions.
Also, they are receiving low wages, and their wages are being heavily taxed. We will continue to follow both these stories.
Indeed. Now, in other news, we will explore the psychological impact of trench warfare on soldiers in the Great War. For more about this, we're going to go to Russell Wilson, who is with Private Wayne Rooney near the front.
This is Russell Wilson with Private Wayne Rooney. Tell me about life in the trenches.
You know, it's rough. There are rats and disease, constant fear of mustard gas. There's a stalemate in fighting, so we sit around in the rain and cold weather. We all have had foot fungus due to a cold and wet environment.
How does this affect you mentally?
You know, it's a lot on my mind. All the soldiers are depressed and homesick. Our morale is very, very low. I forget sometimes why I'm fighting and what I'm fighting for.
Anything you'd like to say to the viewers at home?
Yeah. Mom, I miss you. And my whole family, I miss you too. I hope to be home soon. You know, we're going to win this war. I have a great feeling.
Thank you, Private Rooney. Back to Phil and Tom in the studio. Thank you, Russell. That was a very interesting story.
Indeed, some very interesting facts. Some fascinating news here today, Tom. What do you think about the stories?
Yes, some fascinating news. What interested me the most was a story about trench warfare and how strong mentally and physically the soldiers need to be to endure that type of environment. What about you, Phil?
Yes, I think the trench warfare story was very interesting, but the Armenian massacre story was very moving. It is interesting how the Ottoman Empire is saying that the Armenians are leaving, but when we spoke to the Armenian people, they said that they're being massacred and forced out of their land. It is very interesting. I want to see how this plays out. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in to World Foster News.